Hi, I'm Katie, a manifestation expert who's helped people all over the world attract love and manifest the greatest relationships of their lives. Each week, I share the real secrets to manifesting love and creating a better dating life, so you can finally be done with exes, ghosters, commitment phobes, and all the other lovely walking red flags, and finally manifest your person. I'll also be answering all your manifesting questions and unpacking what's hitting the headlines when it comes to dating, love, and relationships. This is That Manifesting Podcast. Welcome back to That Manifesting Podcast. I'm your host, Katie, and I'm back to help you manifest a better dating life. And of course, I've got your icks, and I've got a hot topic that is still ongoing in celebrity loveland. I usually tell you all about my week, but to be honest, I've had a really great question that's been sent in, and I want to go into a bit of detail. So I'm just going to dive straight into that. So this week's question comes from Cass in Derby, which is in the UK, and Cass has asked me, how do you know if things are actually going wrong with your manifesting, or if they're happening as they should to ultimately get the relationship that you want? Now, Cass, this is a great question, especially when it comes to love, because it is very easy to assume that you're doing something wrong. So maybe you've been visualizing or journaling or trying to self-heal, saying your affirmations, going on the apps, staying open, and yet there's crickets. Or worse still, red flags in skinny little jeans. Now, does that mean that your manifestation isn't working? Did you miss a sign? Are you blocked, cursed, spiritually ghosted? Well, not necessarily. Now, this is what I want you to remember. Just because your love life feels hard right now, it doesn't mean it's not working. Because sometimes things appear to be going wrong when actually they're falling into place exactly as they need to. The key is figuring out whether you're being blocked or redirected. And here's how you can start to tell. So the first thing is to check your own energy. So are you feeling mostly calm and trusting, even if no one decent has shown up yet? If so, you're probably mid-manifestation, and this is the part where patience is key. A bit like planting seeds. You don't rip them out of the soil every 5 minutes to check if they've sprouted. Well, you can, but then you don't get the plant. And manifesting love works the same way. If your energy is mostly grounded, feeling like it's going to happen, even if you're a bit bored of the apps, it's likely that things are shifting behind the scenes, even if your dating app inbox says otherwise. But if you're feeling frustrated, burnt out, or desperate, like why is everyone I fancy emotionally dead inside, then it might be time to check whether you're manifesting from faith or fear. So ask yourself, am I genuinely trusting that love is on the way, or am I quietly spiraling and trying to force something to happen? So the second thing to look out for is, are old dating patterns popping back up? So if you're suddenly getting tested by the same type of people you used to fall for, you know, the emotionally unavailable people, the people that love bomb you on a Monday and vanish by a Friday, don't panic. It doesn't mean you've failed. It might actually be a sign that you're about to level up, and the universe is asking you, are you really done with this cycle? Or are you still entertaining the same type of chaos? Because sometimes the path to a healthy, loving relationship goes through that final one more walking red flag. And it isn't a punishment. It's an invitation to see if you're finally ready to choose something better. So a lot of my clients will experience this phase, and they will get exes coming up, people that really aren't good for them, but they have a strong emotional pull to. And you might find that this period of testing will bring up all of those people again. It's not a bad thing, it's just an opportunity for you to choose something better and something different. The third thing is let go of how it should happen. And this is a big one because a lot of people block love, not because it's not coming, but because it isn't coming in the way that they imagined it. Maybe you were convinced you might meet someone in a coffee shop, but instead you've got a DM situation. Or maybe you thought they'd look a certain way or have a specific job. And now the universe is like, yeah, cool story, but how about this emotionally available person who's a few inches shorter? Now, if you're hyper focused on the packaging that somebody comes in, you might miss the actual present that's inside. So ask yourself, am I open to how love might show up genuinely? Or am I trying to micromanage the exact route that it takes to get here? So Cass, how do you know if your love manifestation is failing or actually working? So just take a beat and ask yourself, am I blocked or just being guided in a different way than I planned? Is this a challenge, a sign that I need to grow into the version of me who can receive the love I want? Can I trust that love is coming even if it's not here yet? And am I trying to micromanage the details? Sometimes love doesn't come when you want it to. We've all heard those stories where they say, oh, I decided I was going to be single forever and then the next week I met my dream person. Because love will come when you're ready for the kind of love that actually lasts, not just the kind that's fun for 3 weeks and then leaves you crying to, I don't know, sad Taylor Swift songs. It's not always obvious. It's rarely a linear process. But if you stay aligned and stay open, what feels like a detour can actually end up being the shortcut to what you want. Thank you so much for that question. I really hope my answer helps. Now, if you have a question or just a message, or maybe you want to share a hideous or beautiful dating or love story, I would love to hear from you. You can text into the show. You can use the link that's in the show notes to do that. And you can always start the text with the word anonymous if you don't want me to say your name. Alternatively, you can message me on social media. Instagram is normally the best place to find me, and you can find me under the username The Manifesting Mindset. Please do let me know anything I can help you with, and also your hideous, lovely, weird dating stories. Now it's time for love and dating in the wild. Let's talk about a pairing that even a couple of months on still has the internet completely divided. I'm talking about Chris Hughes and Jojo Siwa. Now, if you don't know them, Chris Hughes is best known for being on Love Island UK, and Jojo Siwa is an American performer who started off as a child star on Dance Mums. Now, they met earlier this year on Celebrity Big Brother. Sparks flew between them. It was very apparent, even though they made out they were just friends. They were it was like watching some weird little flirty dance. Anyway, they maintained that they were just friends, but now that they've come out, they're officially dating. And of course, a lot of the internet has actually lost its mind. Now, part of it was because people doubted it was even genuine and that Chris was only in it for the clout. Part of it was because Jojo had been dating a woman before Big Brother, so shock horror, she decided to date a man. But the biggest thing that I'm seeing is because of their age gap. Now, Chris is in his 30s and Jojo is in her early 20s. And apparently that's really offensive. When I first saw them together, I'll be honest, I did have questions. So I did what any modern romantic does when wondering about a celebrity relationship. I stalked their TikToks. And I don't know. To me, I could be a hopeless romantic, but to me, they just seem really cute together. But this fascination with age difference, it drives me crazy. Now, personally, I don't care if people are 10, 15, 20 years apart. as long as both are consenting adults and it's a healthy relationship. Because I've met men my age and older who are absolute man babies and would literally still be latched onto their mother's boobs if they could be. Meanwhile, I've met younger men who are emotionally available, deeply self-aware, and made me look positively childish. The thing is, age doesn't equal maturity. Maturity equals maturity. And Jojo is not some clueless teenager. She has built a multi-million-dollar brand before most of us even figured out how to cancel a direct debit. Are they a publicity stunt? Maybe. Are they actually into each other? Possibly. I don't know. Am I emotionally invested in this relationship? Abso-fucking-lutely. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, let's get into Ick of the Week. Oh, guys, I have had a ton of icks this week, and they all related to one thing: dating apps. So I'm just doing a dating app special. What I've done is I've looked through and I've grouped the most popular ones. I would love to know from you. Do you agree? Are there any that should be on the list that weren't on the list? Now, the first one is one that is a big ick for me. Massive. And it's when you see in somebody's bio, a lot of people said this, and there are words to the effect of, you have to be naughty. Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. Vom. I can't bear that. We know what you mean. You're basically saying you want someone who's going to put out every night, maybe even twice a day. We get it. But to actually say that in your dating app, huge ick. Mate, you need to take me for at least 5 dates before I'd even think about that. And if you've got that in your bio, you've got more chance of shagging Angelina Jolie than you have of getting me into bed. It's just wrong. So please stop doing that. Okay, the next ick, it's along the same lines. Talking about doing it in your DMs. Again, vom, ick, too soon. Mate, I don't even know your surname. I don't need to know what your preferences in bed are. What is it? Men, they're just like horny little teenagers running around with their mobile phone in their hands, swiping all these women and then basically begging them to shag them. It makes me rage. And does this even work? Are there women out there that look at that and think, oh my God, what a catch. Yes, please. I would love to take you to bed when I've just literally asked you how your day was. Ugh. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm on my soapbox now. This is why I'm not on dating apps anymore, because they just fill me with rage. And rage does not go well when I'm trying to be zen. Okay, here are some other ones that come in. Pictures of somebody with a fish in their hands. I don't know. I don't find that so offensive. I mean, you do you. If you want to go fishing, I'm not coming with you, but you enjoy it. Another one, sleepy tigers. Pictures of people with sleepy tigers. I don't like that because I think they've sedated the tiger. With some of the bios that accompany them, I wish they would unsedate the tiger so the tiger could just bite its head off. But hey, that's not very zen, is it? You can see, look, I'm raging about the dating apps. Another ick is when people on apps in their bio, this came up quite a lot, slagging off their ex in their bio. Yes, I can see that. Mate, unresolved issues. Go and pay for some therapy and then come back and set up your profile then. Another one is holding a gun. Yes. Oh my God. Men, I don't know if I've got any man fans. If I have, please listen to me. Holding a gun in your dating app profile makes you look like a huge serial killer. Please put the gun away. We don't want to see that. We don't think it's charming. We don't think it's alpha. We think it's fucking scary. So please put your gun away. 2 more and then I'll get off my soapbox. The next one that came in was in their bio when they demand what you should bring. And I guess the next one kind of merges in demanding how you should look. e.g. no filters. And yes, I see this all the time. Why do people think it's okay in their bio to tell you how your photos should be presented and what you should bring to a relationship? No, 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 no. When you are on a dating app, whether you like it or not, you are advertising yourself to see if anyone likes the look of you. So using your whole bio to be demanding of someone else, I think is just rotten. I don't like that. So there we have it. Those are the icks I got sent in about dating apps. And as you can tell, that was like rage bait to me because I just went off on one. But please keep sending your icks in to me. I love this. I find it fascinating. Okay, now it's time for the part of the show that helps you up-level your love manifestations. It's time for real talk. So let's talk about one of the most powerful manifesting concepts, love frequency channels, and the idea that love is inevitable for you. Now, what if, instead of worrying if you'll meet your person, you just knew that you would? What if, no matter how long it's been or what challenges you've faced, you trusted that your soulmate was already yours? It was just a matter of aligning yourself with that reality. Now, this isn't a mindset trick. It's actually backed by some fascinating scientific concepts, specifically from quantum physics and the multiverse theory. But don't worry, I'm not going to throw a bunch of complicated scientific terms at you. Instead, I'm going to break this down in the simplest way possible. So to understand why your love is inevitable, let's start with a key idea from quantum physics, and that is that everything exists as a possibility until it is observed. So imagine reality as one giant streaming platform like Netflix or Disney Plus. Every possible version of your love life, every meet cute, every heartbreak, every magical connection already exists, just like different movies and TV shows in a streaming library. Now, at any moment, you can choose to watch a different version of your love life simply by shifting your focus, your beliefs, and your energy. And that ties into the idea of the multiverse, the concept that multiple realities exist all at the same time. There isn't just one romantic future ahead of you. There are infinite versions, all running parallel to each other. So there's a version of you who's in a deeply fulfilling soulmate level partnership. There's a version of you who keeps attracting the same unavailable people. And there's a version of you who figured it out, healed her patterns, and is now living her absolute love story. None of these outcomes need to be created because they already exist. The question becomes, which channel are you tuning into? The channel that you tune into is what you start to manifest. So most people don't realise that they're constantly watching a version of their love life that's based on their thoughts, their beliefs, and their energy. If you sit down to watch Netflix and you put on a depressing breakup drama, you're going to feel heavy. If you put on a lovely rom-com, you'll likely feel hopeful. Your love life works exactly the same way. If you're constantly focused on rejection, disappointment, fear, then that's the movie that you're tuned into. You're experiencing the version of your love life where nothing works out. Now, if you shift your focus to trust, worthiness, connection, you start watching a version of your love life where things click, synchronicities happen, and deep aligned love can start appearing. Now, that doesn't mean that you ignore red flags or pretend your feelings don't exist. It means you recognise that multiple versions of your love story are possible and you have the power to choose which one you live in. Now, most people approach manifesting love like they're trying to create it from nothing, as if their soulmate is somewhere far away and they have to chase them down through perfect journaling, dating apps. But the truth is, you're not creating your soulmate from scratch. The version of you who is already in love, she already exists. Just like a movie that's just sitting in the streaming library, ready and waiting for you to press play. You don't need to beg, you don't need to hustle or force things to happen. You just need to align with the version of you who already has what you want. So, how do you tune into the right romantic channel? Well, imagine you're sitting on your couch, remote in hand, and you want to watch something different. You wouldn't sit there yelling at the screen, hoping a romantic comedy magically starts playing. You wouldn't say, "Why isn't the love story I want showing up on the TV? Am I doing something wrong?" No, you'd just pick up the remote and switch to the movie that you actually want to see. And that's exactly what you need to do in your love life. Here's how you do it. So step 1, become aware of what you're actually watching now. So what version of your love story are you tuned into right now? Are you watching heartbreak and disappointment where dating feels like a series of letdowns? Are you watching It's Never Gonna Happen for Me, where you're convinced you're too late, too picky, or just too tired? Or are you watching Love is Inevitable, where your soulmate is already on their way and everything up to now has been preparing you to receive them? You can decide whether it's one that you want to keep watching. So step 2, change the channel if you need to. If you realise you've been stuck in the "where is he" storyline, don't panic. You're not stuck there. You just need to change your channel. How? By shifting 3 things. The first are your thoughts. What do you believe about love? Are you focused on why it's hard, or are you trusting that it's happening for you? Number 2, shift your feelings. Are you living in frustration and scarcity, or are you embodying the version of you who feels loved, safe, and chosen? And third, shift your actions. Are you showing up like someone who believes love is inevitable, or like someone who's constantly bracing for disappointment? So ask yourself, if I already had the relationship that I really want, how would I think, feel, and act today? And then start watching that channel and living from that place right now. So step 3, once you've changed the channel if you need to, I say if you need to because some people are already on the right channel, they've just got to keep going. But if you do need to change it, change it. And then step 3 is stay on the right channel. And because one of the biggest things that blocks love from showing up is channel hopping. So one day you're visualizing your soulmate, you're feeling confident, you're walking around like your love story's already written. The next, you're spiraling over a text that never came and wondering if you're secretly doomed. Imagine flipping back and forth between 2 movies every few minutes. You'd never fully experience or get to the end of either one. The key to manifesting love is to stay connected to the version of your reality where it already exists, long enough for that version to become your normal reality. So that means choosing trust over urgency, even when it feels slow, letting go of doubt, even when results aren't instant, and showing up like the version of you who's already loved, even before you see it reflected back. Your love story is already streaming. You just need to press play and start watching it, because there is a version of you who's in the most aligned, soul-filling relationship. If all of this sounds great, but you've got no idea how to do it, then you're probably going to be interested in my Create Love program. It's designed to help you undo all of this stuff, get onto the right channel, step into the version of you that already has the love that you want, so that you can actually bring that person into your life sooner. I'm ready to guide you through step by step by step. All you've got to do is come and join me. If you want the details of Create Love, you can see a link in the show notes. That's it from me. Whatever your week holds, I'm sending you lots of love, light, and manifesting vibes. Until next time.